I remember there was a time a lot of persecution came in. I was in between so many things. It's as if I don't have a will of myself. This one has a plan for me. This one has a plan for me. This one has a plan for me. I was just a young man that wanted to learn of God. But I got myself involved in the politics of church. And it became a challenge. And when I went to God, God told me, Philip Cephas, a man I help is always better than a man that help himself. So what should I do? He said, isolate yourself. I left everybody. I stopped going everywhere. I was not even, I stopped fellowship, stopped everything I knew. And that's how I ran away. I was always in the bush. Today I still like to go to mountain, because when I go to mountain, that's when I used to encounter those spirits that used to encounter me before. I became like a madman. In fact, I was so isolated to a point that even my friends were calling me, have you backslide? Have you backslide? We have not seen you for long. To them, prosperity advancing was that they saw me in church. They never knew that there was a body inside of me that was getting me confused. Because I drew so close to ministers and I was confused. Is that what I'm trying to be like? So I got afraid. Because when I got afraid, I went to God. Is that what I will inherit? The Lord said, no. There is another generation I'm preparing you for. He said, isolate yourself. I went on a hibernation. For close to 2 years, I was away. Everywhere I go to, I find place to hide. I refuse to collect fellowship, coordinator, fellowship, this, nothing. I refuse. In fact, the day of election, that's the day I will run away. Why? Because my body was not fellowship coordinator. The Lord was showing me what I have to do outside of campus. So I was preparing myself outside of campus, because I thought the church was where I should come to be prepared. When I came, I discovered politics, and the Lord said, isolate. And I began to isolate. I look anywhere you find me. Isa Ramat, all of those bushes, that's where we're just going to. We just go there and stay. Just go there and stay. Praying all the time. When I went back to Lafia and looked for a mountain, I can go there for a week. Just go and stay there. What am I doing there? Nothing. Phone. What is phone? All the people that have been calling me, have they changed my life? I have the thing. All the people calling me, they have not changed my life. They have not helped my life. I'm just a customer care agent. Nobody is paying me after the end of the month. I said there's no need for that. I don't want no friend. I check all my contacts. Who, if I call now, can send me 100,000? No one among them. I said I'm a failure. I cancel all of them. I went on hibernation. After 2 years, when I came out, even me, I knew something happened. It was there I saw cherubims. There I saw seraphim. There Jesus began to appear to me. And I knew the school of the Spirit is not a school of ministry. School of the Spirit has nothing to do with Bible school. School of the Spirit has nothing to do with theology school. You can go to theology school and be deprived of spiritual understanding. You can finish a school of ministry, you are not qualified. In fact, they will then you put a call and say, go and start church. You say, where will I start? How will I start? A spirit need to breathe. There is an energy you get only in the secret place to dare the matters on this earth. And by the time I was locked upon, there were things I saw, things I heard. I knew, even if anybody look at me and say you lied, I don't care. Because at that very time, everybody misunderstood me now. When I came out and the Lord began to speak, that was when an angel came and put something upon my lips. When I open my mouth to speak, it's as if heaven opened. I feel as if oil is pouring upon me. By default, I will sleep. I don't want to see a vision will come. I don't want to have a dream will come. I do not say angels come, they will come. There are things I do not want, it will still happen by itself. It was that moment somebody will say, you appear here, you appear to me here. I knew that there was something that happened in the secret place. And I understand the strategy of David. David was coming out of persecution. In the days he was persecuted, in the days he was cast away, he ran to a cave called Adullam. And as he was there, nobody knew him then. Many of you cannot stay until be known. You want to show. You just want everybody to know you are there. Everybody must have a time when they are buried. If you are not covered, how can you grow? It's not possible. Anything you must plant has to be covered, and remain for so long. It may look as though nobody is noticing. That's good. In fact, it's a good time to be hidden. Go and hide. Go and pray some more. When you are there, after a while, you will come out with one song, one sound. Anybody that hears the sound cannot sleep. You can go and hide and come out. Anytime you hold a mic and you speak, men can't close their eyes. What do you think is going on? It's because a spirit have intercourse with you and you have become one with that spirit. The Bible speaking in the book of Psalms chapter 91 from 1. He said, ye that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You became literally like a ghost because the Almighty begin to follow you like a shadow. See, there is a place where you dwell in this. As you come out, something will be so evidential. It may not even be about the theological exegesis, how right it is. It has nothing to do. Sometimes I ask my people, why are you even following me first? Why? They can't understand. Do you know why? See, there is a spirit that pull men by default. They don't even know why they are coming. I tell you. That is to let you understand this thing cannot just happen just like that. Some of them, I don't even know their names. You don't even know jack about them. Yet again, they are interested. They are willing, pulling to come, do it. Ask yourself, how did that thing happen? There must have been something you have struck in the spirit. Except to visit a babalawo somewhere. Except they give you a microphone that has something charm inside. But if it was with God you dwell, when that shadow appear, everybody will see you although you are not there. He that dwelleth. There is the pathway of the secret place. Your life will not always be in the public. The strength of the public life comes from the secret place. Many of you don't want to be alone, and that is why a day will come that when everybody casts you away, you feel as though you are being cast away. You are cast away to go back and be alone with God, so that when you are alone with God, that's when God begins to speak to you what you ought to do, how you ought to do it, what you need to be able to do to achieve it. And at that very moment, He put the required ointment upon you, so that at any point in time you appear. There is a generation that must hear you. There is a people that must hear you. There are people that only your ointment can speak unto them. See, no matter how anointed you are, as I said, there is an audience that will not hear you. But it is an error for a man to be anointed and there is no audience to hear him. See, forget it. Forget all those things you say, angels are your audience. God is your audience. See, if God truly approve of a sheep, He send the shepherd. If God truly approve of a shepherd, He send the sheep. When the shepherd is ready, the sheep will appear. But the problem is this: have you come to a point in your school in the spirit and God has put the required ointment? Mind you, people hear a sound and they come for the sound. Have you received the sound from the Lord? If you have not, it means the days in the secret place is not over. You have to continually return back again to be imparted. And you see, immediately when you have had the encounter in the secret place, you still remain there as much as possible. At every point in time you go back in retreat, you return back there for evaluation. Because as a minister, you will never know what you ought to do in the public. Until you isolate yourself, you will know what you ought to do. In fact, you will even not even know whether you are making a mistake or anything until you isolate. When you isolate, at that point when nobody is there, it's only you and God. When God appears, by default He begins to judge you. And when He's judging you, you will not be able to know whether you are doing right or you are doing wrong. Because it was that same place where you are commanded to go. It's that same place where you'll be instructed. The last is the part of the outpouring. In the part of the outpouring, the secret place, then part of persecution. Of course, you'll be persecuted. People will speak against you. They will talk all kinds of things. But when they are done, forget about them. Because if people never talk about you, I don't think you are really doing anything. They have to talk and talk as much as possible. Become their matter. Let them talk. When they are tired of talking, that's good. Then you continue to advance, because there's nothing you can do about it as much as possible. But if you are not able to handle that kind of persecution, then I think you are not serious. Somebody should be able to insult you, call you fake, do all kinds of things like that. That's good. It's a nice thing. Whatsoever that will make you feel like that is good. Enjoy it. Jesus said you leave father, mother, house and everything, you will receive plus persecution. Persecution can come from the church, come from your brother, come from your sister, come from everywhere. It's good. Embrace it. It's part of the progress. You are not the first. Everybody went through it. After that, the last is the part of the outpouring. In the part of the outpouring is when the Holy Ghost and power is given unto you. Acts chapter 10 verse 38. How God anointed Jesus with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about